For the best sports in Lorain, that's TV 20, Lorain City Schools Television.
Good evening and welcome to Garfield Heights High School for tonight's LEL basketball game between the Titans of Lorain High in blue and in white, the Warrensville Heights Tigers. Jay Ferguson, Bob Raskich, Joe Bach here. We are courtside on the baseline, a little bit different setup than we're used to. And we are at Garfield Heights rather than Warrensville Heights because Warrensville had some flooding in their gym and lost the gym floor. So,
well, Warrensville comes in at 13-8, Jay, and they were ranked in the latest Cleveland.com, ranked 19th. They've been as low as 8 this year. This is as high as they've been at 19. They're coming off a loss, 7-point loss Tuesday night to Cleveland Heights.
First time around at Lorain, it was the Titans 80-64. They were, of course, led by Devon Grant with 21. Benjamin, Jackson, and Pierre Lewis in double figures. Benjamin controls the tip, number 5. 3 is Grant with the ball now. 18-footer is away. Good.
Yep.
Cam Davis, 11. 2, Pierre Lewis. And number 1, Jordan Jackson, round out the Titans. Number 3, Ramel Arnold is handling the ball. This is the bell cow, Brandon Rush, number 2. Also on the floor, number 1, Amon Dobbins. Number 5, Kalen Hurd. And number 20, Davion Porter.
Ooh, nice block.
Down the lane, Pierre Lewis with the backhand block, and Jackson comes ahead. He has his pocket pick, lost it, and gets a charge.
Offensive foul, no doubt about it. Small lineup for Warrensville, Jay. Only one player over 6 feet.
Well, they only go so far as 6'3" on the roster.
Right, that's 6'3" Brandon Rush, number 2.
And he's a player. Right now, he will be the one inbounding the ball against the man-to-man pressure. Gets it into Arnold, number 3, with Benjamin on him. Ramel Arnold gets it off to Dobbins.
Jay, who's face guarding Rush all over the floor?
Cam Davis. Whistle, and there's going to be a foul there as Grant got a steal and then got shoved out of bounds. Foul's going to be on Dobbins, number 1.
You know, that's something consistent with Lorain. They try to take your best scorer out of the game.
Brandon Rush, when we played him the last time, had 7. And quite honestly, had 2 at the half and looked very frustrated. Cam Davis took him out early. Cam
Davis is face guarding him all over the floor.
Pierre Lewis with the inbound from Jackson on the wing. 7 minutes to go, first quarter.
Wow.
6-footer off the front, rebound to Porter, and back comes Dobbins. Grant's got him. Move down the lane, Grant stops the penetration. Open look for Dobbins, no. Rebound to Pierre Lewis, and here come the Titans. Pierre Lewis at the foul line, top of the key. Jordan Jackson throws 3, got it.
Wow.
Jordan Jackson with 3. It was funny, we're sitting here at the end of the table and the ball just hit the table. And, you know, the officials came over and said, we think you're out of the way far enough for the safety of the kids. But what about the safety of the old people? Up.
It's carrying the basketball.
Dobbins got one-on-one against Grant, and Grant forced him to turn it over. 5-0 Lorain, 6:25 to go first quarter.
You know, Jay, I still want to see Lorain High run more offense than we've seen because they're going to need to be able to do that down the road.
Pierre Lewis, baseline move, forced it up and in. Tay with 2. He had an amazing fourth quarter the other night, Bob. I think he had 5 dunks in the quarter.
I wasn't there, but the athletic director, Brian Corey, apprised me of that.
Including the last one, which he threw up off the glass and rebounded himself. He was all alone. That is Rush to the line, knocked by Jackson. That's going to be 2 on Jordan Jackson. Early foul trouble.
Wow. Rush beat Cam Davis off the dribble. You don't see that very often.
Substitution for Warrensville at the table.
Okay,
21, D'Angelo Bell.
That was 2 on Jordan Jackson?
I believe so. He had the charge down here and the one at that end.
I see Aiden Brown's getting ready to check in.
Substitutes for Lorain, 23, Aiden Brown. And for Warrensville, 21, D'Angelo Bell. Dobbins goes out. 7-0 Lorain. Second shot by Rush. Up and in. Warrensville on the board. Benjamin Back to Pierre Lewis.
Warrensville with a little full court heat.
Trip there. Somebody got just a leg in. I think it's going to be Davion Porter, number 20, with the foul. His first. Second on Warrensville. Into Grant in the backcourt. He's working against Arnold. Grant, baseline move, skips it over for Cam Davis. Right idea, wrong execution. Threw it away, it'll be over to Warrensville. Arnold with the ball against Benejan. Deontay gets a bump, stops him at the top of the key. Ball screen now, and that is Bell on the ball screen. This is Arnold. There's an offensive foul. The flipper came up. And Ramel Arnold got called with the offensive foul, Bob.
Well, I hope folks at home can see it. When possession changes, Cam Davis seeks out rush and goes and gets right in his chest.
Grant and Arnold at the top. Grant pull up 18-footer. Good. Devone looks fully engaged, and it's 9-1. Timeout, Brian Swift and Warrensville.
Jay, that gives us a chance. Lorain tax amnesty, March 29th. If you've got outstanding tax returns, payments due, tax balances, penalties, come down to Lorain Municipal Income Tax Division, 605 West 4th Street. And on March 29th, Saturday, March 23rd, Thursday, March 28th, and again, Friday the 29th, you can possibly and most likely get some relief and some amnesty for your tax problems.
Yep. That's Bell with the ball. And this is Arnold. Jumps in the air, gets a pass off, but Aiden Brown ends up with it. Grant comes back. Grant skips it to Benejan. 3-ball.
Oh!
Deontay Benejan. When he gets the lift on the ball, boy, he's a good shooter. Pressure again, 12-1. One-hand pass down. Layup blocked by Brown. Rebound to Bell. On the floor still on the floor. Pierre Lewis ends up with it. Down the middle, around the back. Wings it out to Benejan. Other corner.
Oh, man.
6 quick for Benejan. Boy, 15-1.
It'll be great to see him get his shot back.
Anybody say Elyria Catholic first quarter?
Oh,
there's a layup up and there on the board. Kalen Hurd with the first basket for Warrensville. Pierre Lewis, no. Pierre Lewis, no. Pierre Lewis again.
4 whacks at it.
And then a rebound pass out. He's going to get an assist. Nope. Grant off the side of the rim. Pierre Lewis lost a shoe. It's not a Zion Williamson loss, but layup was up and in.
Did you see Nike stock fell after that incident, Jay?
Yes.
Yep.
Now we got a whistle and a timeout. Now he's good. The guy guarding Pierre Lewis's shoe came untied, so they're going to stop and let everybody get their footwear adjusted. Cam Davis will inbound for the Titans in front of the bench. Now there's a substitute off the Warrensville. It's still hard to be at Garfield and say Warrensville, in the front of the shirt say D-ville. And I'm sure that's supposed to be DeVille.
DeVille.
Unless they got them on sale from Davisville or something like that.
No, you're right.
15-5, 3:46 to go first quarter. Benejan's 2 threes lead the Titans. Inbound to Devone Grant. 15-5. Grant uses a screen, then flares it off to Benejan. Back to Davis. Davis down the lane. Kicks it out to Pierre Lewis, who comes down baseline, lays it up. Got his own rebound. Powered it up and in. When Tay-Tay's engaged, boy, he's a player. 17-5. And Arnold will handle the ball against Benejan. Boy, look at the intensity in the eyes of Deontay Benejan. Ramel Arnold around, used the screen and got a layup. Arnold with 2. 17-7. 3 minutes to go first quarter. Grant shake and bake. Lost it, got his pocket picked by Keith Harris. Layup all alone is D'Angelo Bell. Got to move the ball.
Yep.
17-9. Ahead to Cam Davis in the corner. Baseline move. Throws it out for Benajan. Nice catch to save it on the sideline. Down the lane, layup with the one hand up. No. Rebound off to Andre Farmer. Back to Farmer in the middle, 30. And this is Arnold. Arnold and Benajan. Penetration and back out. Skip. Nice cut along the baseline.
Yeah, and that was well defensed too.
Brandon Rush. That was a heck of a catch. 17-11. The lead's down to 6. It was 14. In fact, it was 15-1. Aiden Brown in the corner, tied up. Grant had a set shot, passed it up. Davis will take one. Corner shot, no. Rebound hits the floor, and this is Rush, Brandon Rush. Their All-Ohio guard wings one up. It's an air ball, and it'll go over to the Titans.
Wow, Warrensville's climbed right back into this.
Aaron Whitehead, number 0, the junior guard, on the floor for the first time for Lorain. Warrensville, Anthony Wright, 11 in. Little 1-2-2 looking press. Pierre Lewis walks it up. He's got Grant behind the ball. Now curling into the middle is Whitehead. Back to Pierre Lewis. Back to Whitehead. Tate. Spacing off here. Grant at the foul line trying to set a screen, and they're going to
run that little delay triangle.
Outside the side to Aiden Brown, back to Grant, back to Whitehead. Pierre Lewis back to Whitehead.
Set a screen.
Nobody at the foul line right now, so they can't run that. Down the lane.
Oh,
Whitehead.
Nice ball fake. Nice pass fake.
Little wax. Aaron Whitehead with 2. 19-11. That was a heck of a play, Bob. We're coming right at us.
Great pass fake.
Maybe you see us in the background on those shots of the Titans on offense. We are baseline level. Arnold had it knocked away. He's on the ground, kind of traveled and made a pass to Rush. Rush, no. Brown a rebound, knocked away, and Whitehead threw it behind Grant with 44.84 seconds on the clock.
Young man, number 10, Keith Harris, who came in the game for Warrensville, is really competing, really playing hard.
Yes, he is. And that's something, you know, I think Coach Swift has most of the Warrensville guys. They play a lot harder than Cleveland Heights. This is Dobbins. Dobbins started the game, just came back in with 40 seconds to go. Rush outside the Farmer. That is 3 ball from the corner, number 11, right. No, but rebound.
Push.
Rush, offensive foul.
That's right. They've got more size in the game with Farmer, Jay. Big body, 6'3" kid.
Brandon Rush, their star, gets his first. With 27 seconds to go, Titans will look for the last shot of the quarter, I would imagine. 19-13.
Another shooter in the game for these last 27, Jordan Jackson checks back in.
With 2 fouls. So if they're going to need him to be smart. Now here we go. Some confusion at the scorer's table.
Well, that's a defense-offense sub.
Absolutely. He's in for Davis. Grant will walk it up against the press. Whistle, timeout, Lorain. Clock hasn't stopped. What's going on?
Was that a timeout, Jay?
I guess it was just an inadvertent whistle. Now, the score is all wrong. It's now 27-19 on the score.
Now it's 38-19.
And it should be 11, I believe. I've got 11, so 19-11. And the clock ran. It should have been 27 seconds. It's down to 20.11. I don't think anybody is bugged by that.
No, because actually it's easier to hold it and get a shot
now there's
with 20
2:50 on the clock.
instead of 27.
25 minutes. I think what part of the issue is this scoreboard is different than most.
Than their home
and
scoreboard.
I'm going to guess that you have a Warrensville table working a Garfield Heights scoreboard.
I noticed there was Warrensville security outside and so forth. Yeah, this is staffed by Warrensville.
And so
at Garfield, and you're absolutely right, Jay. It's an unfamiliar, not being familiar with the board.
Yeah, so they're going to run it down. It'd be interesting to see how far we go.
It should go down to 27 and some change, I think.
It was 27.70 or 27.07. There was a 7 up there because there was definitely openers on the poker hand. So Titans got out 15-1 to start on a couple of three-pointers by Deontay Benajan. And Warrensville has fought their way back, outscoring Lorain 10-4 in the last few minutes. 25-54. Again, I think no matter what it is, the Titans are wanting the last shot. And Grant will bring it ahead against pressure. He's got Whitehead with him, Pierre Lewis in the middle. Now Dobbins is face guarding Grant with 12 seconds. Pierre Lewis on the shake and bake down the lane, had it knocked away, out of bounds to Lorain.
I thought that was a friendly call for us. I thought it was off of Lewis.
I quite honestly thought he might have got drawn a charge.
Either way.
6.5. Titans into Grant, down to Pierre Lewis. With 3 seconds to go, he's double teamed and it's off of Rush, who smacks 5 to the official on the way by.
Pretty smart double team right there.
2 seconds left. That's a staple of the Lorain High inbound game, is that get it to Pierre Lewis. Jackson will inbound now. Up top to Grant, spins, 17-footer as the buzzer goes up.
Wow.
21-11 Titans after one. Back with second quarter action after this timeout.
We make Marines who overpower the desire to quit with the perseverance to prevail. Not for glory, but for honor. For a code that isn't written or spoken, but lived. It's what we do. It's who we are. It's the battle cry of our fighting spirit. Battles won. See all the battles Marines fight to win at marines.com.
Inspiring city and campus. Inspiring people. Inspiring creativity. Inspiring hands-on learning. Inspiring global experiences. Inspiring traditions. Be a Buckeye. Inspire.
Hey, we missed you at the game last week. Is everything all right?
I just haven't been feeling like me lately.
You know I'm here for you, right?
That's a cut. Beautiful. Acting is one thing. Talking about suicide in real life is another.
In the military, you take challenges head on.
And now it's your turn to do the same for our veterans.
Be there.
Learn how you can start the conversation at BeThereForVeterans.com.
Jay Ferguson, Bob Braskich back courtside at Garfield Heights. Warrensville will have the ball, start the second quarter with number 3, Ramel Arnold. It's 21-11 Lorain. Grant hit a 2 at the buzzer for his 6th point to match Benajan's 6. Nice pick there. 3-pointer from the top by Farmer, no. Pierre Lewis had the rebound. Pierre Lewis at the top. Benajan from the corner. That one is long. Knocked to the ground, and Arnold comes up with the board. Benajan up to defense him into the corner. This is the get it to the corner and keep it there offense. Arnold skips it over to Wright for 3. Anthony Wright makes it 21-14. Titans by a touchdown. Grant cut off, had it taken away, lost it out of bounds. And it'll go back to the Titans right in front of Coach Brian Swift. Titans aren't doing a good job of taking attendance, Bob, not expecting the back pressure. Grant in the backcourt with Wright on him. Change of pace down the lane, 12-footer, good. Grant with 8, 23-14.
Yeah, that's going to be a push.
Cam Davis with the hip check right in front of us, knocked Arnold to the ground. He'll get called for his first, and it's third team foul on Lorain, 4 on Garfield Heights. 6:56 to go, second quarter. Lorain by 9. Inbounds to Arnold. Pass Grant knocked away by Davis, but out of bounds. That was great communication, whether it was mental or oral, but they knew to switch. Grant came up to stop the ball, and Davis just sprinted back to get a tip. Arnold with it now. Hurd, Farmer, number 30, Dobbins 1, and Rush 2 are the players on the court for DeVille.
Nice back cut.
Layup up and in. Jackson with Hurd gets his second basket. Jackson's got 2 fouls. He was not going to risk a third.
That was very well done.
Grant, Jackson baseline, up off the glass and in. That was nicely done. Jordan Jackson with 5, 25-16. And this is Mon Dobbins. Gets it ahead to a wide open Anthony Wright.
Okay, that should never happen.
That's his second 3, and he was as open as Denny's.
Well, I mean, you've got to be picked up. I mean, there's plenty of time as they were advancing the ball up the floor to sort people out at the other end.
Warrensville back within 6. Grant fakes a shot, pulls up. Jackson in the corner. Jackson baseline brings it back out. Pierre Lewis, Cam Davis, Benajan, Grant. He'll throw 3. Oof, off the rim. He's having a little bit of a slump right now. Arnold. He had 1 3 in the last game at Avon, and he's missed his first 2 tonight. That was Dobbins wide. Cam Davis runs down the board, and he'll bring it ahead. Gives it to Pierre Lewis on the wing. Skips it over to Grant in the corner. 3. Splash. Day with 11. 28-19. Pierre Lewis tried to pick it away from Wright.
Yeah, too many layups at the other end against our pressure, Jay. Too many layups.
Rush. Nope, that was
Rush is not in the game.
That was Hurd, you're right.
I mean, that's their 3rd or 4th score off of our press.
Grant, no. Rebound out to Pierre Lewis. He fakes one. No rush, 4:50 to go, 28-21, second quarter. Pierre Lewis for 3, that was long. And this is Hurd. And he gives it off to Arnold, who will bring it up.
Too much standing on offense.
Yeah. Nice solid screen there. Jackson challenges, shot off. Grant with the board, he'll push. Grant crosses over, backs it out, skips it to Jackson. Jackson down the lane, gets it to Davis. Fake up short, punched out to Pierre Lewis. Yep, there's a whistle, and Tate-Tate's going to go to the line. Just couldn't bring it up through the arms.
I believe Brandon Rush is checking back in, Jay.
Kalen Hurd gets the foul. Yes, he is. He and Aiden Brown will come in at the between shots.
They do a good job down at the other end, Warrensville does, of spreading you out.
They're reading the defense.
If they would really want to play smart, when Davis is on Rush, they should post Rush up or bring him off of the screen up high with the floor spread and let him attack.
Rush 2, Porter 20 back in for Warrensville. Pierre Lewis hits a pair. He's got 6. Pierre Lewis and Benajan with 6, Jackson with 5, and 11 for Grant. This is Rush, 30-21. Over the double team. Now here's where they've not recovered. Davis had a hand, but still a free ball for Mon Dobbins. Pierre Lewis gets it back to Benajan. And Grant gets it across on the near side wing. Grant faces the double team, goes baseline to get it around, skips it over to Davis, back up top to Pierre Lewis, who ball fakes and then settles things down. Tate tries to go baseline, steps back, gets it to Cam Davis. Davis down the lane, back to Pierre Lewis. skipping it over to Benajan, all the way to the hole, lays it up and in. Deontay knows layups.
Well, get the ball reversed or skip it and attack a closeout.
And that's just what Deontay Benajan did. He's got 8, 32-24. 3:15 to go first quarter. The spacing is really good against the Titans' trap, and there's another open look.
It is. That was Rush.
That was Rush. He's got 6. 32-27, Lorain. They're catching up 3-2. Grant, top of the circle. He's got Arnold on him.
See, just too much standing and a 5-second call. I mean, nobody's moving.
No. You got
It's not a 5-second call?
On Hurd.
Well, one official called it a 5-second call, Jay.
The other official called a foul on number 5. Yep, and that's what it's going to be. Kalen Hurd with his second foul. He was face guarding Pierre Lewis in the corner, and he just had a hold of him. Day Grant to inbound, calls out the box set. That's not it. Pierre Lewis in the corner. Benajan.
Back cut pressure.
That Benajan down the lane.
Oh, it's getting a little physical here, Jay.
10 for him.
Oh, it is.
That's Arnold. Arnold against Benajan. Stop. Whistle. I think that's going to be Whitehead.
Well, what they're doing now is when Grant doesn't have the ball, they're doing the same thing that we're doing to Rush. They're getting in Grant's face, and he's got to back cut that pressure.
Well, they're getting very physical with both Grant and Pierre Lewis when they don't have the ball. Now there's another whistle.
Don't fight pressure, fellas. Back cut.
And there's referee to the scores table. 34-27, 2:24 in the quarter. We're set to go now. Warrensville in the straight line formation, breaks off. And that is Rush with White. A whistle.
Very physical out there.
I don't know who this is on.
You know, I see
Grant.
I see some things that the officials aren't seeing, kind of off the ball, little pushes and shoves and grabs.
Down here on the floor, Bob, we are looking through a lot of bodies, but we're seeing a lot of different, and the different view gives us a different view. If that makes sense.
No. Ooh, there's another one right there. Screen, stuck his knee out.
Offensive foul on Rush, number 2. He sent Grant sprawling. Timeout, Lorain. 2:20, and this is going to be a timeout to talk about the physicality of the game.
No doubt about it.
Go ahead, Bob. What do you got?
Gives us a chance. Lorain tax amnesty, March 29th. If you've got outstanding tax returns, payments due, tax balances, penalties, come down to Lorain Municipal Income Tax Division, 605 West 4th Street. And on March 29th, Saturday, March 23rd, Thursday, March 28th, and again, Friday the 29th, you can possibly and most likely get some relief and some amnesty for your tax problems.
Okay, Bob, we've got 2:20 to go before the half. Titans are up 7. It was 14 at one point. Now, what are you thinking here for Lorain at the remainder of the half?
I see Aaron, well, number one, the first thing I would do to fight pressure, you have to have spacing and movement on offense.
Which is what Warrensville is doing right now.
And we don't.
Right. Benajan short of the half-court line. Whitehead, and Benajan gets it across. Back to Pierre Lewis in the middle, and he'll back it out. He's guarded by Dobbins, closely guarded by Dobbins. They spin off. The count on gets it over to Whitehead. Whitehead now with Dobbins. Whitehead down the lane, off to Aiden Brown. Aiden Brown back to Whitehead in the corner. Whitehead turns the corner, throws it out to the referee.
Well, their pressure defense was pretty good, Jay. I mean, they're on the line, up the line, one pass away.
I'm starting to see some frustration with the team that's ahead.
Well, and whoever has the ball is kind of on an island where everybody else is standing and ball watching. We need to set some screens and make some cuts.
On that penetration, somebody's got to stay ahead of the ball. That's where Whitehead was throwing. Nobody was there. Middle of the court to Hurd. That's Porter. Porter skips it over to Dobbins. Rush down the lane.
Yeah,
that's not Rush. That is Arnold.
Their spacing is very good down at the other end.
And the lead is down to 5. 13-8 Warrensville Heights. Lost to Cleveland Heights on Tuesday by 6. Benajam's trapped, ducks through it all the way to the lane, and there's going to be a whistle.
Offensive.
Charge on Benajam. He left the feet without any idea what to do, really. 6 fouls on Lorain.
Wow, 5-point game.
Both teams are in the 1-1. Davis in for Deontay. Titans get small. 11, Anthony Wright in. Right in front of us, Andre Farmer will inbound. Now they're going to switch that up as Farmer will inbound. He's got Rush number 2 and Ramel Arnold number 3 in front of us to work against the press. And gets it in to Brandon Rush. Guarded by Cam Davis. Davis stops the penetration, draws the 3, which barely glazes iron, and Aiden Brown got the board. Grant up under, pass off to Pierre Lewis and then Whitehead. This is not the most offensive of lineups Lorain had. Back to Grant, but knocked away. Grant runs it down, got grabbed, no call.
Oh, John wanted a call on that.
Triangle is the call from the bench with 37 seconds left. Nobody in the triangle. You got to have 3 to have a triangle. Whistle on the way to the hole. 1-1 on the penetration. The foul is on 11, Anthony Wright. Devone Grant to the line. 1-1 attempt with 29.89 to go, Bob.
Yeah, we've got to get more movement down on the offensive end. Whoever has the ball is really on an island. Consequently forces an attack off the dribble.
Grant with 12, 34th. That's not right. They put the score on the wrong side, I think. It was 5. This is...
Okay, I don't know if they're even going to count that miss.
No, they're not. The score should
be
35-29,
yes,
I believe.
I believe so also. 29 seconds left.
Knocks down 2.
Okay,
now it should be 36-29.
It's 29, not, they've got, okay, they're fixing it now.
There's 29. Last time we did this, we had, everything was haywire. 36-29 is the correct score. Just under a half minute to go. Off the... Arnold tried to throw it around and hit Grant in the knee, and it bounced into the stands. Unlike the Indians game, you don't get to keep it.
Hey, coach, that clock went in.
Again, we had problems with the clock. I don't think anybody other than Sonny Johnson, the Garfield Heights coach, is upset about it. Amon Dobbins off to the side, number 11. Wright has it at the top. Double teamed and gets it back. Down the lane, layup, no. Grant with a board with
Hustle.
7 seconds to
Push
go.
it.
Grant in the open court. Grant behind the back, throws 3 short, and that'll do it. We've played 2 at Garfield Heights, and it's Lorain 36, Warrensville Heights 29. Titans outscored in that period 18-15, but we go to the half with a 7-point lead. We'll be back with more after this timeout.
Sergeant Michelle Garcia served meritoriously in Iraq and has the medals to prove it. Soon after leaving the Navy, Lieutenant Chris Scott found a job, a home, and started a family of his own. Corpsman Richard Stokely took the skills he learned in Vietnam and put them to good use as a paramedic. But soon after leaving the military, each of these veterans fell on hard times and faced homelessness. Even after Michelle lost all her savings, even after Chris wasn't able to pay his mortgage, and even after Richard battled alcoholism for years, they each reached out for help when they needed it most. A simple phone call put them in touch with a trained professional from the Department of Veterans Affairs. That call got Michelle a place to stay until she could afford one of her own, put Chris in touch with employment assistance, and found Richard a substance abuse program. These veterans are success stories not only for how they were able to help others while serving their country, but for how they were able to let others help them. If you know of or are a veteran in need, make the call.
Can I go to the sleepover?
Lucy,
I want you to promise me something. If there's any drinking, I want you to say, "No thanks, not my thing."
Mom!
I promise you, your real friends won't care. Deal?
I promise, Mom.
They really do hear you.
Did you pack your toothbrush?
For tips on how to start the talk, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov. A public service message from the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration.
Veterans benefits earned through your service in the National Guard or Reserve can offer a range of support.
I wouldn't be here today as a successful woman without the help that I received.
From home loans to job training, go to benefits.va.gov/Guard Reserve to find out more, even how to apply online using eBenefits.
This is one of the best things I ever did in my life.
We were very fortunate to have these benefits, so we definitely ought to use them.
Achieve your next mission. Learn about your VA benefits today.
Hey Luda, got a sec?
Yeah, what's up?
I'm really worried. One of my friends is living on the street.
I know someone who can help.
Who?
1-800-RUNAWAY.org. They help kids having a rough time at home, in school, or on the street. You can do a live chat on their site. They will help get her to safety.
Thanks, Ludacris.
Trust the National Runaway Switchboard. If you're having a hard time, get online or call to chat now.
Opportunities present themselves every day. Opportunities that move us forward. Opportunities to serve part-time in your community while continuing their full-time careers or education to help keep our nation safe at home and around the globe. Explore your opportunities in the Air Force Reserve.
For the thousands of wounded warriors returning from battle, Wounded Warrior Project has developed the Warriors to Work program, a unique program that helps wounded warriors translate their military experience to the civilian workplace. The Warriors to Work program also works with employers to find the right job for the right warrior. Contact Wounded Warrior Project at findwwp.org. Welcome home the brave.
Jay Ferguson, Bob Raskich back to start the second half at Garfield Heights High School. It's the Titans of Lorain 36, the Tigers of Warrensville 29. We are here because Warrensville, during the cold spell, had a pipe break and lost their gym floor to a flood. This was actually supposed to be Lorain's senior night.
Yep.
The two schools switched home dates, and then Warrensville found out they couldn't play at home and lined up this gym, which is much closer for them than coming back to Lorain.
Jay, this is a ball game.
Yeah, Titans started out 15-1.
Yeah.
And Warrensville just kept grinding. It's 36-29 now. Titans up by 7, and they'll have the ball to start the half. This is Devon Grant, number 3. 1, Jordan Jackson. 2, Pierre Lewis. 5, Deontay Benejan, and 11, Cam Davis. 1, Amon Dobbins. 2, Brandon Rush. 3, Ramel Arnold. 5, Kalen Hurd. And 20, Davion Porter for Warrensville. And they have been all over Grant, who had 13 in the first half. Benejan had 10. Davis in the corner. Penetrate, lays it up off the glass, didn't get it over the top. And rebound off to Hurd, getting it out, and then kicked back. Dobbins from the foul line, no, but offensive board off to Arnold. Somebody ran out for the Titans. I just saw a blue jersey going the other way. Bumped and off of Rush and out of bounds.
Yep.
Coach Swift not happy as he ended up taking the brunt of the basketball as well as the turnover.
Got to run more offense. Need more movement down there, Jay.
Jordan Jackson had 5 in the first half, 7 now. Started out well, but a couple of quick fouls put him on the bench for most of it. All alone is Porter into the corner. Dobbins, Arnold down the lane and back out. Dobbins passed off, got it back for 3, missed everything, almost to us. Going the other way, 38-29, Lorain, 6:47.
Very physical play out there, Jay.
Oh my goodness, and not only that, but the tempo of this game has been quite something. We had 6 foul shots taken in the first half, 1, 1, and 1. Devon Grant, and that they've changed up the pressure to more of a 2-2-1.
Wow, they blitzed Grant that time.
Yep. Jackson down the lane, pull up 12-footer, no. And the rebound is off to Rush. Rush comes back, swings it. Arnold, top, no. Pierre Lewis with a board. And he'll wait and give it to Grant. Grant, corner, Benajan, up and hit the wire.
Well, when Grant doesn't have it, they're trying to deny him. When he does have it, they're going to go over and trap him. Their plan here this second half is to take Grant out of the ballgame.
And make somebody else beat you.
Yep.
38-29 as Ramel Arnold had 4 in the first half, brings it up. 20 Porter. Back to Arnold. Rush cuts across the baseline. Dobbins comes, penetrates glass, and good.
Ouch.
Amon Dobbins with 5. That didn't look like he really shot it.
No.
Bad pass off of Grant's hands, and Dobbins has the ball. Three-pointer, no, but run down by Warrensville in the corner.
Good cut.
Up and in, Ramel Arnold with the layup, and the lead's back down to 5. Pierre Lewis will handle. Back to the odd front press. Unless it's just that they're tilting it toward Grant. That's what it looks like. Pierre Lewis, Jackson, back to Pierre Lewis. Caught it, goes up and in. Did a nice job not fouling. 40-33 Lorain. Down the lane is Rush. Rush up with one-handed in.
Yeah.
That was a physical move.
That was.
Grant gets it from Pierre Lewis. Grant crosses over down the lane, up, in, and fouled. Devone with 15, going to look for 16. Davion Porter gets the foul, his second, first on the team. Daydale go to the line with 15.
Jay, it's just so tough to defend Lorain High because everybody can beat you off the dribble. All 5 guys out there can beat you off the dribble.
Even Cam Davis, who you don't consider an offensive threat, will beat you off the dribble and find someone.
You know, and Lorain High's a very good, three-point shooting ball club, so it's like, all right, you can take away dribble drive, but you're going to have to give them the three, or you can run them off the three-point line and you give them the dribble drive. I mean, it's tough.
Grant, that one's good. 16 for Grant, 43-35. And Rush comes up against Cam Davis. Brandon Rush had 6 in the first half, 8 now. Down the lane with the right hand, forces his way to the
he's left-handed too, and that's the 3rd time he's beaten us off the dribble going to his right.
Jackson down the lane, lays it up with 1 off the back of the iron. Got to convert, otherwise you're giving up runouts. Three-pointer from right, no. Jackson with the one-handed board. 43-37, 4:20 to go, third quarter. Benajan spins, backs it up. Titans are doing some standing there.
Yeah, and consequently, there's nobody to pass the basketball to. You're stuck.
Devone out near half court, gives it to Jackson. Down low, Pierre Lewis in the office, turns into a double team. Had it taken away by Rush, and back they come. Euro step and a kick out and an extra pass. Down the lane, Arnold had it off his body. That was a good call, Bob. Right in
I
front
didn't
of
see
us.
it.
He got the hand in. The hand pushed the ball toward him rather than away, and it went off the jersey out of bounds. 3:49 to go in what has not been a very offensive quarter. Warrensville leads 8-7. Cam Davis. Aiden Brown on the floor now. Back up top to Grant. Grant throws 3. Got it.
Yeah.
Devone with 19. 46-37. Nice pass, Aiden Brown.
Yeah.
It's nice when you can look over people like Aiden Brown.
And he can bail you out with that 3. I mean,
whistle.
It's going to be on Cam Davis.
It's going to be on the baseline, and it is going to be on Cam. His second. Baseline out of bounds. To trigger it, Keith Harris, number 10. But Aaron Whitehead comes in for Cam. He'll take over rush duty. Up top, Down the
nice
lane,
back cut. Missed the dunk.
Went up with Grant on the dribble. Grant behind the back, backs it up. Devone throws three. Nope, long. Rebound off to Farmer. There's nobody on that side of the court with Grant. Rush, or nope, that's not Rush, that's Arnold.
Arnold can shoot it, Jay.
Arnold's got 9. He led him with 19 at the first game. 46-40 Lorain. Timeout by...
Jay, we were up 15-1 at one point.
Right, who called the timeout, Bob?
I think it was Coach John, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
I've been watching the Warriors, I'm pretty sure. But we were up 15-1,
yep.
You know, a 14-point spread. Now we're only up by 6, so they've been outscoring us by 8 over that span.
It was 10 at the end of the first quarter. They won the second quarter 18-15, but it was 7 points then. Now it's 6, so they're winning this quarter.
Warrensville tonight is playing much better than I have seen them play.
You know what? They are playing much harder than they played at Lorain.
Absolutely. Competing much better, and you'd think down 15-1 you might have, taken the spirit out of them, but that hasn't been the case. I mean, you have to give them some credit to come back to cut it to 6.
Right.
Yeah, a lot of teams would have wilted, and they didn't. They've been staying after it. They played really good defense.
Correct.
And nice spacing.
I thought their offenses looked really good against the pressure defense. Titans ball. Aaron Whitehead will inbound against pressure.
Our pressure hasn't bothered them at all. In fact, they've made us pay a couple times for pressing.
More than a couple. Whitehead gets it into Grant. 1-2-2 look. They cover the middle, so he skips it over to Benejan. Picked up his dribble after one, gets it off to Aiden Brown. Basket cut, lays it up and in.
That's how you do it right there.
Right after the peach baskets were nailed up, they invented the give and the go.
That's what it was.
48-40. Arnold against, that's not Arnold. Excuse me, that was Harris against Grant. This is Arnold around a screen, spins in the lane, kicks it out. Bell, no. Grant with the rebound, and he's going to go. Grant Euro step, lays it up, no. Rebound his own, and then lost it. Titan ball. 2:10 to go, third quarter. Titans by 8. Far from comfortable 8. Jackson to trigger. Gets it into Grant in the corner. Grant, no. Knocked away, but rebounded by Warrensville. I knew. This is Arnold. Arnold down the lane, forces up another one.
Oh, wow. I don't know about that.
There was a song.
I thought that was ball.
There was a song a long time ago by Carly Simon called Anticipation.
Yeah, wow.
And that's what we had there. Aiden Brown got all ball, but it looked like a foul.
See, Pierre Lewis has been out of the game now for a bit, Jay.
Shot up and good for Arnold.
Here he comes.
He's got 10. Pierre Lewis in. Somebody's got to go out. Benejan goes out. This is about as big as Lorain can be. Benejan for Whitehead would be the only size.
Jay, this Arnold is just a sophomore.
Is he? Okay,
yeah, he's going to be a good player.
Rebound. Pressure, gets it off to Jackson. Jackson will bring it ahead. 48-41 with 1:50 in the third. Devone Grant shaking, baking, gets it off to Pierre Lewis. Jackson. A lot of standing, one-on-one play. Tried to get it off. He got grabbed. It's going to be a baseline out of bounds. D'Angelo Bell, 21, gets the foul, just their second. Titans on the baseline. Gets rushed back in, gives Arnold a blow with 1.5 minutes. Pierre Lewis on the basket cut, gets the layup.
That was off a back screen.
Nice job, Jordan Jackson on the pass. Pierre Lewis has 10, 50-41. That's an acrobatic layup right there.
Yeah, that's pretty good right there. I question his ability to shoot it from the perimeter, but he can really attack the basket.
He's got nice length.
Yeah.
6'3". Pierre Lewis had it knocked away, gets it off to Jordan Jackson, skipped it over to Grant. Boy, that one was lazy. Down the lane, Grant had it blocked but got knocked to the deck. That'll be Andre Farmer's first. Devone will go to the line. 21 so far.
Oh, to have a guard who makes free throws.
Cam Davis back for Lorain.
When you have a guard who can make free throws, coaching is so much easier.
Kalen Hurd 5-3. Ramel Arnold back for DeVille, as the front of the shirts say.
Yeah.
Splashes two more. 23, 52-43. Day coming off a season low 13 against Avon. Down the lane, nice force up and in.
Wow.
Kalen Hurd, that was a strong, strong move from the 6-foot senior. 52-45. Jackson in the middle, pulls up 17-footer, front rim, no. Back they come. I don't know that needed to be that quick.
34 seconds,
34
Jay.
seconds. Now, Warrensville has a chance to double up here as they got the arrow. Back cut comes to us. That's one thing you can't do, Bob, is fake a back.
Well, I give Cam Davis credit for that because he was out there in denial. Rush should have back cut.
Right.
You can't fight pressure. Young players, when you're denied, you can't fight pressure. Back cut or go away and set a screen.
Cam gets the rest of the quarter off as the Titans with 27 seconds left. 7 points is right where we were at halftime. Whitehead back to Grant. Skips it over to Pierre Lewis. 16 seconds left. Whitehead. Nice view here with the time clock.
Excellent.
Above the backboard.
7 seconds.
Pierre Lewis backing in, kicked it out to Jordan Jackson, who throws a 3-ball front rim, no. Knocked away, and that'll do it. Played 3 at Garfield. Warrensville 45, Lorain up 52-45. Back with more after this timeout.
Every year, the Salvation Army serves nearly 30 million people in need. That's one person every second. So by the time you've finished watching this, 30 more lives will have been changed for good. All thanks to your donations.
Thank you.
Well, here we are with final 8 minutes of the regular season, Bob. Titans at 20-1 with a 7-point lead on 13-8 Warrensville Heights. And 52-45, Warrensville will have the ball to start the quarter. Ramel Arnold, number 3, 30, Andre Farmer. 5, Kalen Hurd. This is 2, Brandon Rush. And number 20, Porter. One-hand pass back and forth. Cam Davis cuts in front, has a steal, peels off, gets it off to Benajan, and the Titans will run something. Benajan all the way to the for the layup, missed it, but Grant batted it back to Jackson, who got it to Pierre Lewis. Benajan calling for the ball in the corner.
Oh, let's get the ball moving, fellas.
Settled it.
Stop the standing.
Benajan up top. Grant being denied.
Back cut.
Now by Harris. No, that's not Harris, that's Porter.
Yeah, when
they interchange.
When he's off the ball, they're in denial. They're face guarding.
Benajan gets it back from Jackson somehow. Pierre Lewis, Cam Davis, Jordan Jackson. 3. Good.
Wow.
10 for JJ. 55-45. Whistle.
That's going to be Cam Davis. He's working on Rush still.
That's 3 on Cam. 7 minutes and a tick left.
You know, that's pretty much the standard what we do defensively. Use Cam to take away the other team's highest score, take them out of their comfort zone.
Regardless of their size.
Yeah. He was guarding, who was it the other day? 6'6" Logan from,
yes, he was.
From EC.
And Logan took him inside. Down the lane, Arnold. Benjamin stopped the penetration. This is Rush against Davis, a physical mismatch. Yeah. That's 4.
The young man is strong, Jay.
Cam's got 4. 2 shots for Brandon Rush.
Yeah.
And we're going to see Aaron Whitehead come in.
You know, and although Rush is left-handed, he appears to be more comfortable going to his right. Very strong off the dribble.
Yep.
I question his perimeter shot a little bit.
Well, he's got a 3 in the game, but the rest has been layup. But they've all been impressive penetration.
They sure are. You know, he's very, very strong.
Whitehead in, Davis out. Second shot good. 13 for Rush now. Grant with the ball against the trap, gets it ahead to Benajan. Deontay down the lane, layup up and in.
Yep, that's when you attack right there.
That's what Deontay Benajan is great at. The layup under pressure. Oh, whistle. Travel. Oh. Grant reached in, got a blocked shot, and Arnold never let go of the ball. It was either a jump ball or a travel. For the Titans, better to be a travel because they still have the arrow. Jackson against tougher pressure now, right into the corner to Grant. There's a block. I think it's going to be on 1, Oman Dobbins. Yep, his second. Harder spot to inbound the ball now. Jackson right in front of the Warrensville bench. Pierre Lewis just faded away and got the ball with Arnold. KT with about a 6-inch height advantage. Down the lane, passes off to Whitehead, around to Jackson. Deep 3, rim, no. Rebound to Warrensville.
See, Jay, I don't want to shoot him back into the game.
Right. Nice cut. And 1.
Travel? No. Darn.
Brandon Rush, basket and a foul on Benajan. Coming right at us.
You know, up by 11 with 6 minutes left. I'm not saying hold the ball, but I'm saying let's eat a little clock up.
I'm not sure that a 3 that deep at that point in the game is what the doctor ordered.
Let's play this game situation.
Right. Substitute for Warrensville, 21, D'Angelo Bell in for Amon Dobbins.
But this young man can really attack you off the dribble.
And go up through contact like he just did.
Right. And what makes him effective is they spread the floor.
Yep. So give him 10 in the half, 16 in the game as Grant busts it down the court. Pull up from the elbow to 25 now for Day-Day, 59-49. Oh, there was a physical screen. Rush.
Yeah, see.
No, Grant with a nice box out and a board. Splits a double team, but lost it. But Jackson's there to clean it up. Benajan, another one. I don't know if we need it, but we'll take it. 15 for
No,
Deontay.
yes.
62-49, 5.5 to go. Down. Farmer, no. Pierre Lewis knocked it away.
I'll let Farmer shoot it out there all day.
Titans by 13, which is the biggest lead since the first quarter, Bob. Couple of subs for Warrensville. Number 1, Amon Dobbins.
Well, it's nice to see Lorain High come out and reassert themselves and take control of this game. It was 16-16 third quarter.
Anthony Wright, number 11, was the other sub. Down the, wow. Ramel Arnold just lost control and dribbled it out of bounds. You know, one thing that, Bob, we always talk about how pressure is cumulative.
Yep.
The Titans' pressure is now bothering Warrensville. This is right on Grant with 5:05 to go. Grant splits a double team, takes it down the middle, lays it up. No, tip up with the other hand, no. And rebound off to Arnold, or Dobbins rather. This is Arnold with the ball now. Arnold looks to cross over, bring it down the lane. Farmer, no. Pierre Lewis isn't even guarding him. Got it out ahead, 15-footer, no from Benejan. I think nothing but a layup on the break right now.
I agree with you.
Whistle, I think that's going to be Whitehead.
Totally agree with you, Jay.
Titans are up 13 with 4.5 to go. It's going to be a common foul, but now it's 1-1 for the rest of the game. And it's not that you don't want to score. And
I want to score, Jay, but I want to play the situation.
Quite honestly, I think, guys have to recognize their roles. And, if Devon Grant's going to the line, to the basket under pressure, I have confidence.
Yeah, well, because if he gets fouled, it's going to be two.
And that's why, one thing is, and he does get fouled.
Right.
Everybody else needs to kind of chill out, not play offense, but let's, we can get shots like the one we just took.
Anytime.
Yes.
You can get that anytime you want.
And I'm sure that's part of what Coach Rossitano is saying here. 4:35 to go in this one, 62-49 Lorain.
Jay, who took that timeout?
I think Lorain did.
Okay.
The arrow is in favor of Lorain. Warrensville will be in the 1-1 on the next foul. Warrensville has the ball at the 28-foot mark with Amon Dobbins inbounding to Arnold, who just, that was quite the way he split the double team there. He looked like he was going through the closet looking for something in the back. There's a back screen, cross screen, and Rush comes up to get it. 1-on-1, and there's a whistle, and Pierre Lewis got the arm reaching in. For Tate, his first foul.
I have long felt, because I don't see a lot of other scorers on Warrensville's team, that doing what they did right there, spreading the floor and getting the ball to Rush and letting him attack from the top.
That was a little bit of a set one, get one for Rush. Rush set a down screen, then came off an elevator screen up at the top.
Yep. And I would post him up because he's got a size advantage. I mean, we've had
Whitehead and first shot up, no. They called it a 1-on-1, and I thought it might have been a 2 on the way up.
Oh, I thought it was too. Wow.
Break for the Titans. There's a whistle right there. The foul is on Hurd, his third. You know what? Win or lose, the Titans are going to know they're in a battle because they're getting.
Yeah, this is a very physical game. Well, we're going to win this game, Jay. I'm very confident.
I'm pretty confident at this point too. 4:15 to go, plus 13. And the best player in the gym has the ball.
I'll be very confident when we're in the bonus.
Whitehead backdoor, brings it out, gets it to Benejan. Down low, Jordan Jackson, layup up and in.
Nice.
Nice pass from Deontay Benejan. 64-49. Largest lead of the night is 15 for Lorain. There's a back pick by Rush, and then he comes off a curl to get the ball at the top with Whitehead. Now, I'd be real happy giving it to him up there. Arnold, no. Jackson aboard, gives it to Grant, and Grant will walk it up with 3.5. Day backs it off, and Jackson swings to Pierre Lewis, up top to Benejan. Jackson with Rush.
Yeah, during that last timeout, definitely Coach John said, hey, let's eat up some clock.
Benejan down the lane, layup up, no, but fouled. Oh, what are they saying? It's going to be a bump and run, not a foul. Is 21 Bell. It's going to be out of bounds on the baseline for Lorain. (64-49). Jackson to trigger. Down the lane, Pierre Lewis against the double team, lays it up and in. Love Tate on that play. 12 for him, 66-49. Titans by 17, under 3. Layup up and good for Dobbins. Dobbins now with 7. Pierre Lewis against the double team, swings it ahead to Benejan. Corner Whitehead. Back, that's good decision. Back outside to Deontay Benejan with Dobbins on him. He penetrates and backs up.
Okay, now is the time, Jay, when you want to hold the ball a little bit, you really have to make strong cuts.
And you have to curl to the ball. Jackson.
Now I do like this delay game better than our other set.
Down low to Jackson, 10-footer, back rims it. No, Whitehead had a hand on it with 2:20 to go and Titans by 15. Rush, nice pass, nice give to number 5, Hurd. He's got 10. Grant the whole way. Grant takes a licking and keeps on ticking. He's going to go to the line for 2.
You know, I'm so glad to see Lorain High has reasserted itself in this fourth quarter after, you know, playing pretty even the second and third. But, you know, I give Warrensville a lot of credit. These kids are really competing and playing very hard.
Grant to the line with 25. 2:07 to go in the regular season. First shot up and good.
Oh, late in the game, Jay, when you have a guard who makes free throws.
Just ask St. Ed's.
Life is easy.
(67-54). Cam Davis returns for the Titans for Whitehead. Second shot up. Oh, we missed one. Whistle. Not sure what. I don't know what happened.
Well, that lets us get our defense set, which is always nice.
Was that an inadvertent whistle?
I do not know.
I think so. Walking over to the scorer's table, but for no apparent reason, I think.
Now, Warrensville has taken Rush out of the game. I mean, he is their best offensive player.
Is he down?
Yeah.
Okay. He and Arnold are down, aren't they?
Yep. Took them both out during that last timeout.
Arnold has 10. Rush has 16. The only 2 in double figures. Now the score comes off. Now it's...
Well, we're back to what you realized before, Jay. You know, the person on the clock isn't used to that board. So, you know, this is perfectly acceptable.
I think it's 67-53. Well, they've got 69-53. I'll live with that. Now they've got nothing. Back to the 7. That's what I think. 53-7. Warrensville on top. 67-53. That's what I had. There's 2:07 to go. Coach Rossitano asked about the timeout situation. Warrensville in, but now the Titans are in pressure. Jackson guarding the inbounder, Porter. Porter throws it up. Nice catch. That was Hurd, number 5. And they get it over to Dobbins. Primary ball handler is a junior at 5'9". Down the lane, layup, no for Hurd. Pierre Lewis starts it back, pounding it away, and peels off. Double team, throws it up and off the legs of Anthony Wright. Substitutes Cameron Ray and Maurice Tart in for Warrensville. There's the red flag.
Well, yeah, I thought it happened in that last time out when he took Rush and Arnold out. Definitely.
Hurd with 10, Dobbins with 7 to the bench. Grant down the lane, lays it up. No offensive foul.
You know, I think we could do the same thing and get some of the younger guys in the game.
Aiden Brown being talked to. Rossitano's trying to get him organized. 67-53. Back comes Warrensville. Number 10, Harris has the ball. Off to Wright, whistle.
Timeout Warrensville, Jay.
I think it's for substitution purposes. I think he wants Rossitano to sub for his guys.
You might be right.
He doesn't want to talk to his guys.
No.
He just wants the subs to come in.
He wants Lorain High to sub.
Okay, so it's a shift change. I think all 5 are leaving.
Well,
Luis Suarez, 13, 20, Jake O'Lee, 0, Aaron Whitehead, 4, Cam Thomas, 23, Aiden Brown, for Lorain. Titan seniors finished 21-1 and look forward to the postseason. This is Harris, down low, nice move, step back move by Anthony Wright. He's got 8. Oh, Whitehead just bad pass.
Open man.
Back up top, throwing 3 and hitting is number 10, Keith Harris. 67-58, another pass knocked away.
Out of bounds.
Now we're inbound. It's a 3-possession game right now, Bob. Now he's going to put Grant back in to get the ball down the floor.
You're right.
Replacing Lee. Coach Swift's laughing as Day-Day comes back in. You know, you're going to pull it off and pull the press off too. Whitehead gets it back to Grant under a minute. Grant down the lane, kicks it, loses it, passed it off.
Come on now.
Good anticipation by Anthony Wright. And then Harris all the way up and in.
7-point game with 46 seconds.
Whitehead down the sideline, races it across. Pulls up floater, charge.
Wow.
38 seconds in a 7-point game, and we don't understand who we're playing against. We're playing against the clock.
We're resubbing, Jay.
Yep, back come the starters.
I've been here. I know how this goes.
This is the worst feeling in the world.
I know how this goes.
Starting 5 comes back. But what do you say? I mean, if you can't get the ball past half court, Pierre Lewis takes it away. This will be fun.
Oh, ouch.
Pierre Lewis with 14. Put the capper on it, Tay-Tay. 26 seconds to go, 69-60. Davis knocks it away.
Comes another one.
Picks it up. Grant gets fouled going for the dunk.
Now, wait a minute, young man. You just got called for a foul. You've got no reason to huff and puff. You didn't block anybody.
Well,
come on now.
That's the you ain't gonna dunk on me attitude.
Well, still.
Cam Davis right there saying, what's that all about? Scoreboard, youngster. 20, Davion Porter is a 5'9" senior guard.
Warrensville fans are fired up all of a sudden.
That's the Lorain fans. I got news for you.
Oh, that is the Lorain fans. You're right. You're right.
Now, is there a technical foul for taunting as well? Both of them are on Porter, his 3rd and 4th. I think Grant's got 4 shots coming here. First one's good. Jordan Jackson up in the stands. One of the officials came back to talk to him because he was looking up in the stands and saying something. I couldn't see it. Now the 2 fouls. 71-60. Got that one.
Yeah. Guard who makes free throws.
72. They're up to 74. 75. $30 for Grant, and they get the ball 74-60. Grant. This will be remembered by Warrensville. I don't think Coach Swift was too happy, but I don't think Coach Rossitano was happy that he was going to press his JVs.
I can see Coach Swift wasn't happy at all, Jay, but as I look at their roster, they don't have all that much coming back.
Well, I didn't say it was going to matter. I said it was going to be remembered.
Okay.
D'Angelo Bell gets the foul, his 4th. And Cam Davis will go to the line. 1 in the bonus. First shot up and in. Cam's on the board with 1.
7 became 15 in a hurry. 75-60 with 6 seconds.
Second throw up. Cam with 2. And back comes Warrensville with 6 seconds to go. Into the corner. Three ball away and no. Chip up, no out of bounds. That'll do it. That'll do it. Titans 21-1, Buzz.
Yeah, really something.
76-60.
Jay, if you think of the last 3 years or 4 years, just the great basketball Lorain and the city has enjoyed with the Titans.
Well,
just fantastic.
Record-wise, last year was the worst year in about 5 or 6.
Help me out. I mean, let's go back just 3 years, and I don't want to put you on the spot, but I know you're that smart. If we go back 4 years, Jay, I mean, I can remember 20-win seasons, I think.
Well, you were undefeated. You were undefeated on Rashad Berry and Eddie Williams.
Yeah, right. It goes back that far. I mean, this has just been...
they're seniors in college.
Yeah. So, I mean, this has just been an incredible run.
Yeah.
I mean, 21-1. I know we were ranked in the latest state poll as number 6.
Number 4.
Oh, we moved up 2 notches.
Yeah, one poll left. Number 4 for the Titans. Well, this one looked like it was going to be a laugher, and it turned out to be anything but, as Warrensville got down 15-1, Bob, but then came back 21-11 at the end of the first quarter. Even further, it was 36-29, a 7-point game at half. And they got it down to 5 several times, but we went with a 7-point lead going into the fourth quarter. And it looked like it was under control at about 13, and Coach Rossitano cleared the bench with a minute and a half left after Coach...
Yeah, that happens.
After Coach had cleared the Warrensville bench, but they kept pressing, and Lorain couldn't get the ball past half court. Next thing you knew, it was a 7-point game, and Devon Grant came off the bench. Well, they had another takeaway, and the other 4 starters came off the bench. Then Pierre Lewis got a got a steal and a dunk, and then Grant got a steal and was going in for a dunk, and he got cross-checked from behind. Foul for 2, technical foul for 2, and that's about how we ended where we ended, 76-60. And for the Titans, four guys again in double figures. It was Jordan Jackson with 12, Pierre Lewis 14, Benajan 15, and then Devon Grant with a game high 30 points. And he brought the A game tonight.
He did.
And really played well. And as you said, a guy that can make free throws and down the stretch, can't beat that.
Very physical game, Jay. I mean, you got to give Warrensville some credit, too. I mean, they hung in there, came back after being down 15-1, and played very competitively in the middle 2 quarters. But Lorain High definitely came out and asserted themselves as a superior squad in the fourth.
I don't know if you noticed, Bob, but while we were sitting here preparing for the wrap-up,
I saw the former mayor, come over here.
Did you see the Miami University coach come over and take a picture of our score sheet?
Oh, really?
Miami is here. West Virginia is here on the recruiting trail. And we know who they're looking at.
Well, they had to be happy with what they saw tonight.
But the final, Titans 21-1, 76-60. For Joe Bach, who's over there getting us on the air and keeping us there. For my partner, Bob Braskich, this is Jay Ferguson reminding everyone it is a great time to be a Titan.
This has been a production of Lorain City Schools TV 20 WLCS.